Hey guys, and welcome back to another Unreal Engine 4 tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do ragdoll physics. For example, when your character dies, you can have them do a ragdoll, or just on a button press, it enters a ragdoll mode. So this is very quick and easy, so let's get right into it. So what we're going to do first is make sure that we have a physics asset, and if we don't, we're going to create one. So to do that, I'm going to use the mannequin, but you're going to basically go to where your character is. So mine is mannequin, character, mesh, and you see I have a physics asset here. If you don't have one, just right click on the skeletal mesh, go up to create at the top, physics asset, and then hit create and assign, and just keep the default settings here. So as I've already got one, I won't do that, but if you don't have one, just do that, and then open it up. So again, mine is sk_mannequin physics asset, like that. So open it up, and this is what it should look like. You have your character, it should have like these little bubble type things around it, and then up at the top up here, if you press simulate, you can see that that's then simulating the ragdoll. So when it enters ragdoll from a standing position, it will just do that. So I think that looks good for me. I'm going to keep it like that, and I'm just going to close this as I know that works. So now I'm going to go back to my character blueprint. So I'll go back to content, third person BP, blueprints, third person character. Obviously yours is whatever you've named it, so it'll be first person, third person, anything like that. So we're going to do all of this inside of a function so that we can then call it whenever we want, and it just makes it a lot easier than having to just repeat the code. So if over here, if we just hit plus on it and create a new function, and you can call this death or ragdoll. I'm just going to call it ragdoll slash death. But again, you can call it whatever you want. It's basically whatever you want to use it for. So then on the ragdoll slash death, we're going to get a reference to our mesh. So drag and drop the mesh up there, in here, and then just drag off of this. And what we're going to do is set simulate physics like this. Plug that in there. And then this one's up to you, but I'm going to disable the character movement. So I'm going to get a reference to character movement here, drag off, and just disable movement. And this means that the character can't move when it's ragdoll, which is good, especially for when you die. But if you just want it to be a normal ragdoll that you then can move in, just obviously don't do this part here. And so that's now that part done. But now we just need to change our character's collision as well, so that it works properly. So if we go back to the viewport, and select our character, or you can just go to mesh up here, and then if we scroll down over here and go to collision, what we're going to do is change the collision presets from character mesh to block all dynamic, like that. Hit compile, and this is this part now done. So again, now we just want to be able to call this function. So if we go back to the event graph, and I'm going to use the P key, and I'll show you again later how to do it when you overlap something, but again, this can be whatever you want, but just for a test, I'm going to do it on when you press the P key. Again, change this to trigger however you like and whenever you like. So there we go, I've got the P key there. And then off of pressed, I'm simply just going to call that function there like that. And that is as simple as that. So I'll just comment that and call it ragdoll like that. If we hit compile, close this and get in the game, you can see that if I then press P, you can see that nothing happens, and the reason this is because we've got to actually tick simulate. So if we go back into our third person character and into the function, we just need to tick this box here which says simulate. So from mesh set simulate physics, we want to tick the box which says simulate. So then if we hit compile, close this, hit play again, when we hit P, you can see that that works. It's a bit glitchy, but that's just how the ragdoll physics are with the default mannequin. So obviously when you get your own character and stuff like that, it won't look as bad. But again, this is just how that is. And so if you want to do it, if you want to overlap something, I'll show you how to do that. So I'm just going to create a new blueprint class. So right click, blueprint class, get an actor. I'm just going to call this obstacle 1, like that, and then open it up. And then I'm going to add a component. I'm just going to get a static mesh, like this. I'm just going to set this to the cube in Unreal, like that. Hit compile and then go to the event graph, and on event actor begin overlap, for other actor we're just going to cast to our character, mine being third person character, and then as your character we just want to get, you're going to want to call that function. So I called mine ragdoll slash death function, like that, and again it's as simple as that. So compile, close that, and drag this blueprint in. So again, do this for anything you want it to overlap on. And if it's just a box trigger, again, you can just do the same thing. So hit play. If we then walk into this, you see that it doesn't work. And that's again because we need to change the collision on this. We go back into here, go to the viewport, select the static mesh. We need to change the collision presets from block all dynamic to overlap all. Hit compile, close this, and let's try again. You can see that now the ragdoll works again. So again, like I say, it kind of flies off a bit, but that's just because of this mannequin, the default mannequin in Unreal, and the physics asset we have for it. So because this physics asset is just a default one, it isn't really designed to do default ragdoll. It isn't perfect. And also you can get a proper animation for it if you want, which will make it look a lot better. But the default mannequin physics asset and all this works like this, which it does look quite good because it gets the job done. Yeah, so if you're doing like an endless runner or something along those lines where you're just going to be constantly going forwards and you have a lot of forwards momentum anyway, it won't look out of place at all. So I think that'll be it for this video. We've done everything we wanted to do. We've managed to set up and create and assign a physics asset for our character, and we've got it so that if we press a button, it enters a ragdoll mode like that, which will be completely random and customized, and it will adapt to the terrain around you. So like it flew into the stairs there and it fell on the floor and it's now just collapsed like that. And we can also do it so when you walk into something, it then does it again. So this works perfectly, and like I say, I think that'll be for this video. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and hope you found it helpful. And if you did, make sure to like and subscribe down below. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.